Hey guys, Mason Hawk here, going over chapters 21 and 22. Uh, 21 kind of goes over this case of sexual harassment in the workplace, which, I mean, that's already, a no-go for obvious reasons. Um, so, uh, yeah, I don't know where to go with this. I mean, basically, this person, you it started with someone creating a sexual comment, and then everyone else in the organization started doing that. Um, you I don't know. It'd be like treating someone as like a sexual object in the workplace, but it's like in this case, it almost sounds like it's just this one person. Like she was treated like a prostitute in the business place. I mean, I understand. Like sometimes it's usually this one person who causes the issue. Um, but Yeah. So what's the problem? Well, um, obviously sexual harassment. I mean that's a big issue. I mean it's an issue that still happens, and a lot of people just fail to report it because again, people are afraid to lose their jobs, and they'd rather be burdened with the harassment. Um, I don't know. In my personal opinion, I think you should get it to stop immediately. Uh, and that's because you don't want it to escalate. Because if it escalates, it becomes a lot worse. And it doesn't just become harassment; it becomes assault. Um, uh, you know, so I mean, ethically, that should never happen. I mean, we all don't want that to happen, but it still happens. Um, so it's a valid issue, and it's a current topic and a current issue. I mean, I wouldn't say current as in it's like happening, like, but it's most likely happening right now. I mean, it's something that we don't really have a lot of control over. Um, and then the second one was about advertisement pressures with lunches. And talk about how like the pressures are greater for small media markets, because the pool of advertising money is smaller. Low budget companies like that, and they don't want to anger the larger ones. Uh, Sorry, I'm tired. Um, but basically, what happened was is there was a complaint about the school lunches for this one, and there was like unhealthy problems with the food, causing some health problems for this person's daughter. Um, and so the challenge was is that the advertiser, um, on the verge of losing advertisement. It's so they decided to try to compensate for it, um, in different ways, but large amounts of money, and stuff like that. Ethically, I don't know. I understand that when you get an advertisement, you want to get to please the advertising, but you don't want to like tick off the person who's basically paying you to do advertisements for them. It'd be the same as like a sponsored video on like YouTube. If you get sponsored by, I don't know, NordVPN or something, you don't want to go around and saying, oh no, NordVPN is trash, it's horrible, blah blah blah, especially when they're the ones paying for that advertisement. And it's kind of the same situation here. Ethically, I think truth should come out first and foremost. Advertisement be damned. Because once people aren't being properly informed, the advertisement means nothing if it's just a lie. In my opinion, because people are gonna find out one way or another. I think the current debacle was with the new graphics card, new GTX 3000 series. You get the 3090, 3080, 3070s, which are a lot cheaper or equal to the price of the 20,000 series, the 27, the 28, and the 29. Or 90, 80, and 70, whatever. But they're promising these double the performance gains, which, of course, now that they've been released and people have done reviews over them and tested them, no, they're not. Maybe in some situations, but they weren't like overall like what they were hyping them to be. And so I mean, people kind of figured though, because it's not the first time that they've promised these empty promises or advertised these falsehoods. But people aren't mad because again the graphics card is ends up being the same price or maybe a little cheaper than the last gen models. So, it's I guess it's different in that situation. But yeah, that's what I would equate it to. But yeah, this is my summary. Have a good night.